70% passes for VISTS students. Are we moving too fast on the new voting system?
And armed robberies and burglaries plague the Virgin Islands. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals. Welcome everybody, it's Friday, January 4th, 2019. I'm Ron Grant.
And I'm Javon Wilson. It's 2019 and we're still bringing you honest and impartial news. Happy New Year, everybody.
Topping our newscast today, their success has been deemed as a remarkable accomplishment. Students at the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies recorded an inspiring 77% pass rate in the Caribbean Vocational Qualifications exam this year. The results were made public during the last sitting at the House of Assembly by Education Minister Myron V. Walwyn. The CVQ exams were managed by the Caribbean Examination Council and is based on a competency-based approach to student training and assessment. During these exams, students were required to validate that they were indeed capable of achieving occupational standards that are set by industry professionals representing various fields across the region. Students received 100% passes in cosmetology, bartending, and commercial food preparation. 284 News caught up with Acting Chief Education Officer Mrs. Connie George, who had this to share on the success of the students.
The first batch of students from the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies wrote the Caribbean Vocational Qualification exams in the month of September, and we are pleased to inform our students did very well. We had a 77% pass for this our very first setting of the Caribbean Examinations Council CVQs. Students wrote exams in auto mechanics, cosmetology, food and drink bartending, and commercial food preparation. We had students who wrote the cosmetology exam, all students, I should say, who wrote that exam passing. So we had a 100% pass in cosmetology, a 100% pass in food and drink bartending, and a 100% pass in commercial food preparation. We saw a 50% pass for the auto mechanics. Overall, we had a 77% pass in this, our first sitting, and we are pleased to congratulate all students for a job well done.
In addition to their recent accomplishments, it is also noted that the BVI recorded an 87.7% pass rate in the Cape level exams and CSEC this year. Congratulations are in order to our students on their continued success. We're so very proud of you.
We definitely are. I'm especially pleased and proud because we just came out of Hurricanes Irma and Maria, and to see the students making such great strides in the education industry, it's remarkable.
Keep up the good work, guys.
And moving right along, hundreds of cruise ship passengers were left stranded on January 1st when over 15 USVI excursion boats were denied pickup at the West End terminal. According to Customs and Immigration, the Virgin Islands Commercial Recreational Vessels Licensing Act 1992 in Section 9 says, no other vessel other than a home-based vessel shall be permitted to make more than 7 charter pickups which originate within the territory within a period of 12 months. A law that has been in place for years. With this being said, most persons became confused as to why January 1st this would be an issue, being that it is a new year and automatically should have been renewed. However, Customs confirmed that the license runs from November 1st to October 31st of the following year. Customs also reiterated that this was the fault of the USVI operators since the rules were enacted for years and the operators should have known better. The USVI and BVI have maintained quite a great relationship, bridged by many things, including the prospects of tourism. And with such a successful cruise ship industry locally, and considering the local excursion companies affected during Irma, many of them still down, many wonders whether the law should be reviewed to meet the current shortcomings and demand. Increase USVI entries and build stronger ties, or remain as is, reserving excursions for locally thriving BVI businesses. Whichever way it goes, it is imperative that it is remedied fast, since after boasting such an incredible tourism product, we really cannot afford hundreds of disgruntled visitors leaving the BVI with monetary losses and, of course, a bad taste in their mouths. We really have to fix this.
We can't have that happening at all. Hold up, wait a minute now. Chairman of the Virgin Islands Party, the Honorable Andrew A. Foy, along with other running candidates, have been voicing concerns recently as to the rush to use the new technology, the DS200 precinct scanner and tabulator machines that are to be used in the 2019 general elections. Members of the public are calling on Premier Dr. the Honorable D. Orlando Smith not to use the new system this election cycle. It appears as though there is a sense of distrust, unsettled, and hysteria when it comes to the new voting system among voters. Some feel as though it has not been properly tested. To Wait For News caught up with the Honorable Andrew Foy, who had this to say. Additionally, the VIP's 6th District candidate, former Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Communications and Works, Mr. John M. Samuel, took to Facebook posting that what he describes as the Smith-led government bullying their way with another done deal relating to the voting machines, and asked why or where are the results, rather, from the public review on the matter earlier this year. Now, it is important to note that the machines have already been tested before by the Elections Office, but that still does not seem to be enough for some voters. Government is purchasing these technologies from an election system and software company in the United States, and there is no specific indication as to how much machines will be purchased as yet. Our sister islands over there in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, have been using the equipment since 2012, and the USVI elections authorities said the technology is highly recommended.
All right, up next, armed robberies and burglaries plague the Virgin Islands, and 3 opposition leaders in 3 years. Stick around, we'll be right back. You're watching 284 News.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
At approximately 8:30 p.m. on Saturday, December 29th, 2 armed gunmen dressed in black forced their way into Rightway's Roadtown location. It was reported that several gunshots were fired, sending the employees and patrons into hiding as the men demanded cash. The ordeal, which lasted approximately 5 minutes, resulted in the robbers carting off an undisclosed amount of cash. According to witnesses, the security on duty, when he recognized that the thieves were rushing to enter, he quickly shut the door closed, but it was subsequently kicked in by the felons. And then Mia Moore was burglarized. A local jewelry merchandiser, of course, was burglarized in the early morning hours of December 29th as well. The store, which relocated due to the aftermath of Hurricanes Irma and Maria, is estimated to have lost a massive $500,000 in items. Mia Moore was also one of the businesses that lost significantly due to the burglaries that ensued right after the 2017 disasters. Though no arrests have been made thus far, police are currently investigating to determine the felons and the estimated losses at both businesses. You know, double robberies are becoming a trend, especially around the holidays and peak seasons run. And it begs the question of, who these perpetrators are. Maybe they're local, or maybe they cross borders to commit these acts. But one thing's for sure, it's slowly becoming a trend. And one of the ways to beat these type of acts is, I think, to be proactive. Increased robberies during peak season, maybe increased security from our forces. And while this might not stamp out all of them, I think heavy police presence can definitely curb or at least discourage these types of crimes.
Indeed. It was a different scene at the last sitting held at the House of Assembly, as the Honorable Ronnie W. Skelton is now the leader of the opposition following his appointment by Governor Augustus Jaspert on December 22, 2018. As the territory is preparing to enter into general elections shortly, many have raised concerns as to the timing of this new appointment. We, however, decided to take a closer look at the history of the opposition leaders in the territory, which shows that in the past 3 years, there has been 3 opposition leaders: the Honorable Julian Fraser, R.A., 2015, the Honorable Andrew A. Foy in 2017, and now the Honorable Ronnie W. Skelton, 2018, all within the 3rd sitting of the House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands. Political observers seem to think that the constant change seen within the past 3 years does not reflect positively on the territory's management. The House of Assembly is expected to be dissolved shortly, as the countdown to the general election is on and is due by April 16, 2019. Up next, we've got regional and international news, as well as Ricky with the weekend vibes. Stick around, we'll be right back. You're watching 284 News. Hungry? Having an afternoon craving? Can't find a parking space? Don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle of road town traffic? Introducing everyone's new food savior, DeliverVI.com. Welcome to food delivery service at your fingertips. We know the feeling of having a hectic day and not wanting to leave the office. So, we're bringing the tastiest island cuisine straight to you. Timely, efficient, and professional services catering to all your lunchtime needs. You can order for one or the entire office. So, what are you waiting for? Get online at DeliverVI.com. It's lunchtime.
The other provider promises a lot. I heard them say they are fast, but are they really?
How long I gotta wait to get connected?
I tried them already and they let me down. All these ads about networks have me confused.
Who can I really trust?
I use a lot of data.
Who can I depend on?
I'm scared to switch.
What if something goes wrong?
Who can I really trust?
I'm scared to switch. Yeah. Ooh.
Huh?
Beep beep. Vroom. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
And on the regional scene, Virgin Islands radio host and commentator Mr. Irvin Brownie Brown Sr. has died. Brownie, father of the famous Virgin Islands artist Pressure, was known as the true definition of a spirited public servant. He served in many capacities, notably as a popular radio host in the Virgin Islands, commentator, singer, comedian, drummer, master of ceremony, and even the local Santa, among many other things. His death saw many persons taken to social media celebrating the mark he left in this world, and heartfelt sympathies were expressed. The adage, it's not a person's duration in life that is most important, it's the person's valuable contributions to life that truly counts, was quoted by one of his many fans and truly encapsulates the many strides he made and who he was as a person. Despite his death, which occurred on December 28, Pressure was still able to perform at Foxy's New Year's party. So 284 News would like to take this opportunity to express our sincere condolences to Pressure and the other family, friends, and fans of the late Brownie. In addition to that, we would also like to express our sympathies and condolences to all those who lost loved ones this past week.
Women continue to break barriers. Now in India, 2 women in the southern India state of Kerala made history Wednesday, defying religious conservatives to enter the Sabrimala temple, one of Hinduism's holiest cities. The pair, aged 42 and 44, became the first women to access the shrine after the country's Supreme Court overturned a centuries-old ban on women aged 10 to 50 from entering the temple in September last year, ruling it to be discriminatory and arguing that women should be able to pray at their place of choice. The 2 women made a long uphill trek to the famous Golden Roof Temple, accompanied by plainclothes police officers, arriving at the site approximately 3:45 a.m. on Wednesday, Kerala police said.
I'm so happy to hear that. We're making strides. We're making progress. Yes, for women. Yes, I love it.
Indeed.
And that's it for your regional and your international news. Up next, we've got Ricky bringing you the Entertainment 411. Stick around. You're watching 284 News.
Blessed love and greetings. This is I, Ricky with an I, and this is the Weekend Vibes. You know, it's the first one for 2019, and it seems as if we have a quiet weekend. You know, we have all the Friday spots that are still popping. You have the Ramones, you have the Playrooms, you have the Coconut Lounges, you have the Tropics at the Pier Park. All of those places are still popping for this weekend. But if you see me anywhere this weekend, please let me know what's up for next weekend. So when I come back next week and give you the rundown, you know exactly where to go. So once again, this is I, Ricky with an I, and this has been your Weekend Vibes. Bless up. Yes, I.
Viewers, that's it for your entertainment roundup and of course this week's news. Be sure to like us on Facebook at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram as well as Twitter. I'm Javon Wilson.
And I'm Ron Grant. Be sure to join us again next week as we deliver honest and impartial news right here on 284 News. Happy Friday, everybody.